Alright, well today's our first lesson with the video, Mr. Jet. Are you ready? Alright, well let's go ahead and get started. And I'm going to grab my pen and my marker. Everything will be right down there. Okay, let's go ahead and begin. My phone will be right there. Did you have a great week practicing this past week? Excellent. That's what I like to hear. Looks like we need another page. I'll go ahead and grab one from my binder. But let's take a look at what we did this past week. By the way, were you able to see the video about the new app, the Musician's Diary?
No.
No? What about the Perfect Piano?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, so what did you think about that app?
I like it.
Yeah? It's got all that good stuff. It's got Learn to Play. It's got some games. I'm not sure what that is. It's got advertisements. So that's not something we want to look at. And it's also got the piano on it. Yeah, that's fun stuff. And of course you can change the instrument. So that's something that you can use on your own during the week. We will not use it during the lesson. Okay, let's take a look at last week. So you did try the Perfect Piano app. Very good. And let's go ahead and grab a piece of paper for this week so we can also talk about what we're doing next week, this week. Nice paper. Okay, and let's go ahead and place this in. Today is, what is today? The 15th of August. So, August 15th. Pretty sure there's not another. Oh, here we go. This is the one that we're supposed to look at. Okay. 2017 Jet Piano Lesson. Okay. We didn't exactly do this one yet, but hopefully we can do it this week, okay? So I'm going to write it again, download, and use Musician's Diary. Do you have your own phone or a tablet?
I have a tablet.
You have a tablet? Okay, well you can use it on that one. Okay, so watch the video that I sent. Start recording yourself during practices. Or what you could also do is you can set up your tablet over there or right here, or you can get a stand for it and just video record yourself practicing. That's another idea you could do. But I prefer the Musician's Diary because it's made for practicing. Okay, so please do that. You did try out the Perfect Piano app, which is very good. And it looks like you practiced for 6 days this week. So, good thought. There it is. Alrighty then. Excellent. Look at all this time you practiced. 10 minutes here. You practiced for 20 minutes here. Right? 10 minutes here. Practice 9 minutes there. Good job. Alrighty then. Let's take a look at number 3. Music book. We are practicing from pages 17 through 19. Did we not have, oh, go wash your hands, please. Whenever you sneeze, you should always sneeze on your sleeve. What is this here? It's like a piece of trash. We'll put that over here. So we are just waiting for Mr. Jet to return from the restroom. Let's make sure that the video is still running. Yes, I believe it is. And he's back. Yay! Welcome back. Okay then. Let's first. Did we not have a little bench for you to put your feet on?
Until we used it.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll see if we can fix that in the future. Let's first talk about sitting properly at our bench. Okay, we don't exactly want to sit too far to the edge of the bench. We want to sit a little more towards the middle, like this. Okay, a little bit more, but not too much that you'll fall over. And of course, both feet will be in front of you, not crossed, just like that. And hopefully we can get something to put your feet on so they don't dangle like that. Okay, and of course, your back is going to be straight, and your shoulders are going to be relaxed and down. And let's place your hands on your knees, like this. Okay. And we are on page 17. Let's go ahead and turn back to page 17. I believe this is a repeat from last week because we were not quite ready to play this piece for our lesson. Today, or for this piece, we were talking about the differences in dynamics. Please tell me, Mr. Jet, what does the word dynamics mean?
Dynamics means loud or soft.
Loud or soft. What is the term for loud?
Forte.
And for soft?
Piano.
Very good. And I like how you said it with the Italian accent. Forte and piano. Very good. Well, let's go ahead and place our fingers curved onto the keys. Very good. Oh, let's place the left hand on the 3 and the right hand on the 3, each one on the 3 black keys. Mr. Jet, let's play these keys harmonically. Yay, very good. And now, let's play them melodically, one at a time, starting with the left, going to the right. Very good. Okay. This right there. Okay. So now we are ready to play this piece. And we worked on all the steps, I trust, Mr. Jet, right? All of these steps. So let's now go ahead and perform this piece and sing. So don't forget to count off before you begin. 1, 2, 3, 4. Annalise. Okay. Oh. We got people out the door. Okay, well, it sounded as though you were improving as you went along. Please tell me what can be correct or what can be improved with your performance.
Getting the notes and tempo.
Getting the notes and tempo, that's very good, yeah.
No slows or hesitations.
Same kind of applies to the same thing, yeah. But there were also a few notes that were not correct. Let's try... We're going to do Mr. Jet... Oh, that's out there. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to turn on the metronome. Let's turn it to 60. Do you know what dab means?
No.
Dab means you do this. So try that with me. So put your left arm in front of you. Left arm. But put it in front of you so far that your mouth touches your sleeve. Is your mouth touching your sleeve?
Mm-hmm.
And then your right arm goes out to the side like this. But you got to keep your left arm in front of your arm like this. So it's going to be like that. See, it's kind of like a pose. And you can also do it the other way too. But remember, your sleeve has to cover in front of your mouth.
Okay.
Let me see with the right hand. There it is. Whenever you sneeze, try doing that. And cover it with, instead of your face, instead of like this, or just like this, if you do this, it looks cool. And it also is healthier, okay? So don't forget that, okay? And that's called dab. It's like a thing. Okay, well, let's go ahead and try practicing with the metronome again, Mr. Jet. What we're going to do is we are going to practice one of the steps that's going to help us to improve our performance. So let's say we play and count the beat in our mind. Okay, should we play, count the beat? Yeah, let's go ahead and do step C, which is to play and count the beat. You don't have to count. I will count for you, okay? But I want you to count in your mind, okay?
Okay.
So here's our tempo. So every time you hear a click is when you play.
Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, her finger 3, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. In your mind. 1, 2, 3. Oh, see how you got behind already? Let's try and play in such a way so we don't hesitate, as you mentioned, remember? And we're always on time. Let's try again from the beginning. Remember, you're only counting in your mind, and I will count out loud for you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop. Okay. Now, when we practice, we always want to practice in small sections. Okay? This one was okay. This one was much better. Let's try that again. This time, we're going to only count in our mind. And we're going to listen to the metronome. Okay? Let's place our curved fingers on the keyboard once again. Let's count off out loud to begin. Together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, not bad. There was a little slip over here in the left hand, and in the right hand, we didn't exactly start with the metronome, but you caught on, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's try that again. Now remember, when we practice, have you ever heard of the phrase, practice makes perfect?
Mm-hmm.
Well, practice does make perfect. And when we practice, we always want to practice until we are perfect. So, since it wasn't exactly right, let's try it again. Make it a little perfect. Let's try it again with the left, both fingers curved. Ready? Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right hand. Ooh, how did that sound?
Good.
Sounded pretty good, eh? That's pretty. That's kind of perfect, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now here's a question for you, Mr. Jet. Let's say we practice like that, and it sounds perfect. What do we do next?
Perform.
We can perform, definitely. But let's say you're by yourself, okay? You're practicing on your own, and you perform it like that. What should you do next?
Keep playing it.
Which part would you keep playing? Would you play that section again, or would you move on? Actually, let me give you a hint. Now, I know you practiced it correctly just now, and I'm going to write something here. Whenever you practice something correctly, you have to make sure that you do it the same way each time. Now, in science, when we conduct an experiment, we take certain steps, right? And whenever we take these steps, it produces a result. Like, have you ever gone into the kitchen with your mom or dad and made something to eat? Like, baked something? I'm sure you followed certain steps, right? And when you followed those steps, did it come out perfectly, or did you ever say, oh, this didn't come out right?
It always came perfectly.
It always comes out perfectly? Well, sometimes when I make food, sometimes I make a mistake and it doesn't come out right. But sometimes I make it perfectly, and it's like, yeah, good job. But I want to make sure it's always going to come out this way, so I try the steps again. And if it comes out perfectly again, boom. Now, if you can play something perfectly 10 times, you've mastered it, okay?
Okay.
So, that's why you practice every single day. You want to make sure that you play the same thing perfectly twice per day, okay? So you practiced it once perfectly now. Let's make that 2, okay? So I'm going to put here, in your little binder, practice a section perfectly twice per day. So you did this perfectly once, but you got to do another time. We haven't come here yet. Let's go back to the first section, okay?
Okay.
All right, we're going to count off to begin. 1, ready?
1,
2, 3, 4. Very good job. All right, that deserves a little applause. Okay, I've got another question for you, Mr. Jet, okay? Let's say you practice it once perfectly through, right? And you're like, yeah, good job, good, go me. And you give yourself a high five like that. But say you practice it again to get the second perfect time, but you make a mistake. What would you do then?
Try it again.
Try it again? Now here's a question for me. Do you think it's important to practice it perfectly just twice, or perfectly twice in a row?
Perfectly twice in a row.
Well, I think that's going to be a lot of practice, right? I mean, that's a lot of work. Let that be up to you. If you want to let those 2 perfect times to be in a row, or just 2 perfect times. Because eventually you need to put everything together, right? Okay, let's go ahead and stand up for just a minute. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take our arms and we're going to stretch up like this. Oh, let's make sure that you can see this on the video. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring our arms up like this to the ceiling. Touch the ceiling. You're not touching the ceiling. And let's bring our arms down. Touch our toes. Ah, there it goes. And we're going to bring our body slowly up. 1 vertebrae at a time. Roll the shoulders back a couple times. Roll them in front. Do opposites. And we're going to shake our body like this. Shake the hands. The face. Get the feet like this. Boom. But make sure, let's have us get again. Make sure, whenever whenever we practice, we want to stretch and move our body around just like that, because sometimes when we're sitting for too long, our body gets kind of anxious. So let's shake our hands like this. So put fists like this, and we're going to do this, and do it from the other way, and do this, and just shake it around again, and boom. That makes our hands nice and relaxed and flexible. Okay, let's get back to it. So we practiced this twice. Let's sit a little further. There we go. Keeping the legs in front of you. Very good. All right, now we're ready for the next section. We're going to turn on the metronome, and I'm going to count out loud, and you're going to play in time. In time, right? No hesitations. Here we go. Ready? Count with me off. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh, let's try that again. Ready? From the beginning. 1, 2, 3. I'll say the finger notes. 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4. Right hand. 2, 3. We're gonna try that again. Ready? Let's start from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 2. Release. Okay, remember to release after the 2 and before the 3, because we don't want to make this 5 beats in a measure. Okay, let's try it again from the beginning of this system. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, go. 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4. Right hand. 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 2. Now, I understand the reason why this note was mistakenly played. It's because I know you were trying to play it softer, and so you played it too soft that it didn't sound. Don't worry about that, okay? Just play like this as best as you can. Try that with me. Let's go ahead and place the right hand. Back straight, please. Let's play it as softly as possible. See, sometimes when we play one note louder than another. But that's okay, because we're still developing the strength in our fingers. Okay? It's going to take some time so that each one of these fingers is evenly developed. Alright, let's place the right hand once again. Both hands on the keys. We still need to practice it twice in a row, remember? Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4. Oh, let's try that again. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 3, 2. Oh, well, let's think about it. What we're going to do is we're going to come back. Now, if we make a few mistakes in a row like this, we need to stop for just a moment, and we're going to look at the music. So let's look at the music, and we're just going to say 4. Let's say it together. Ready? 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4. You can also clap it. 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4. Now, if you need to back up, there's nothing wrong with that, okay?
Okay.
It's perfectly fine if we make lots of mistakes. We need to back up and build that foundation again. All right, I think we're ready to go back to step C. Turn on the metronome. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4. Right hand. 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 2. Okay, same thing happened again, right? You played it too soft and you wanted to play it louder so you can hear it, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's play it as it is, okay? Even if it's too soft, just go ahead and play it. Let's try it again for the beginning of the system. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 4, 3, 2, 3. good job. You did it perfectly. But are we done?
Oh.
That's once. Let's try it again. Now, before you go back into the second time, I want you to relax for a minute, okay? Think about what you just did. And let's go back into it. Okay, ready?
Okay.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4. Right hand. 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 2. Release. Yeah? Yeah? Yeah, you did it twice. You did it twice. Twice. Oh my goodness, that sounded great. And you have a pretty good sense of accomplishment, eh? Okay, so now that we've played each system perfectly twice, it's time to put the echo song all together. Okay? Now, this is still step C. We're still at step C, play and count, beat in our mind. We haven't gone to the lyrics yet. Okay? We're going to get to those two in a minute. Let's turn the metronome back on. Now we're doing the whole song, me counting, and you counting in your mind. Okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 3, 2, 3, 4. 4. Right hand. 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 2. Back to left hand. 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4. Right hand. 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 2. Release. Oh, that's a pretty good release. Hey, guess what? You did it perfectly! You did it perfectly! Remember, that's just once, though. How many times do you have to practice perfectly?
Twice.
Twice. Okay. Now, we're going to practice perfectly again, but I'm going to give you a little bit more independence. Instead of my counting or singing the fingering, I'm just going to do this to help you understand where the beat is. You're going to listen to it, but you're also going to see my hand move. Like this, okay? This is called conducting. What is this called?
Conducting.
Conducting. It's like I'm conducting you to play in time. Okay, ready? Well, let's count off to begin with. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right hand. Left hand. Not too fast. Right hand. Release. Yay! Good job! Pretty good, yeah? You did it! Okay, guess what? We have just practiced step C perfectly twice, with each section, and then all together. And see, now Mr. Jet, whenever you practice every day, this is how you're supposed to practice, okay?
Okay.
Now, sometimes, if we're practicing very long pieces and an entire system is just too long, well, just practice either a measure or 2 measures by themselves. Practice them 2 times perfectly like that. But now that we've played all through, we need to go over section D, which is clap and say lyrics in tempo with the metronome. Now, I think the singing is what's really hard for you right now. Singing and playing. Singing and playing is a very difficult thing to do. But it's not impossible. Let's try it once, okay?
Okay.
We're going to just do the first verse. And then we're going to go to step E. Here we go. Let's practice. We're going to clap and say the lyrics. We're not going to play yet. We're just going to clap and say the lyrics, not sing it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello, Mr. will you come and play with me? Will you come and play with me? Tap, tap, tap. Remember to tap, okay? Alright, now we're going to keep the metronome on. I would like for you to please clap and say the lyrics for verse number 2. Okay, go ahead.
1, 2, 3, 4. If you can come.
Follow metronome.
Can
Let's try that again. Verse 2. 1, 2, ready, go.
you can.
Oh, we're not following the metronome. Same thing applies, okay? Ready? Let's try this together. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you can come quickly. If you can come quickly. Next verse. We will have such fun, you'll see. We will have such fun, you'll see. Okay? Well, that's all the time we have for your lesson today. I'm sorry that we had to work on this piece again throughout the entirety of the lesson, but I think it's important, okay?
Okay.
Now, whenever you have a teacher teach you, and they just plow through pieces without you practicing them and learning them perfectly, don't let that teacher teach you, okay?
Okay.
You need someone to help you understand the basics of every single concept in a piece. Now, because I think that you have not learned this properly just yet, we're not going to move on until we do so, okay?
Okay.
Now, that may seem harsh, but it's good for you. I'm going to have you practice pages 17 through 19 again, especially the echo song. I want you to practice all the steps each day, okay? And after you do that, you can work on Jolly Old Saint Nicholas, okay?
Okay.
Let's see how well you can bring about the echo song. So I'm going to put here echo song. That's page 17. I'm going to put here follow all steps. I don't think I need to write the steps again because they're right here. I want you to memorize these steps. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put here memorize steps. Now, how do you memorize steps like this? How can you memorize this?
By looking at it and then trying to remember.
That's one way you can do it, looking at it, trying to remember it, reading each step in order. You can also look at the steps and just say them out loud. Clap and count, rhythm, beat many times. And then look away and say it again. Clap and count, beat many times. Okay, you can do that. Remember that, okay? Another thing you can do is take a piece of paper and write them out a bunch of times in order. So you read them in order, you say them in order. Don't forget to say them while looking and say them while looking away, and then to write them in order.
Okay.
To do that many times. So I'm going to put here memorize steps, and then after you do that, we'll practice the music book. Pages 18 through 19. Now I'm going to leave that to you on your own, but we may have to come back to it too. Okay, let's go ahead and put our log of accountability. Accountability. And today is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. How many minutes?
5 to 10.
That's right. Nice muffin. Okay, let's take a look at our binder. Remember the musician's diary on your tablet. Please watch the video. Practice a section perfectly twice per day. And then, whole song twice. Perfectly. So the echo song needs to be perfected and performed next week.
Okay.
Then memorize the steps and then music book these 2 pages. Do you have any questions for me, Mr. Jet?
No.
Alright, will you practice this week?
Mm-hmm.
When you shake somebody's hand, you should always look at their eyes.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Alright, well that's all the time we have for today. Stay tuned for next week and we'll have more adventures, yeah? Alrighty then, that's what I like to hear. Alright, so I think we're done with the video and we can turn it off. Goodbye.